What's going on, guys? So today is one of those days where we're kind of filming something that I'm sure Haley doesn't want to film, and I definitely probably don't want to film. So basically, as everybody knows, if you guys watched the last video, I got into a car accident. Sorry if my speech is a little off. I've been medicating. I didn't want to take opioids or anything like that, so I've been drinking beer because I'm of age. But yeah, so I guess we're probably gonna do here is just kind of like my point of view of like how it happened for me, and then I'll let Haley tell her point of view because she wasn't obviously there, which I'm sorry. In the last video I didn't actually clarify. I just said she was okay, but she actually was not in the car at all, so she was completely good. So let's get into what happened from my perspective. Cheers to everyone watching at home. Grab a beer and just enjoy this crazy story, I guess. So basically, me and Haley's mom's boyfriend went to go get some beer, and he was driving the car and I was riding because it's his car anyways. And we got the beer, we were on the way home, we got to the beach house, and he forgot, because he smoked cigarettes, so he forgot his cigarettes, and so we turned around to go get cigarettes. The first light out of the beach house neighborhood, we were sitting there talking about, I can't exactly remember like what we were talking about, but next thing I know, he's like, oh my gosh, oh shit, and he like looks up in the mirror, and we hear skrrr, and then boom, someone slams into us. I guess apparently she was texting and driving. She was probably going, if I had to guess, 40 miles per hour when she actually hit us. She was probably going about 50 before she hit us.
Speed limit's maybe 45, I think.
Yeah, the speed limit's 45, but I think she was going over. But
I'm sure.
I will post pictures at the end so you guys can see how crinkled the Challenger was. But it's a Challenger. They're really heavy cars. They're really tough cars. They don't just crinkle over nothing. So she's probably going pretty fast. And when she hit us on the right side, which is where I was because I was riding passenger, and basically felt like the seat slammed into me, and all right in my back area is like an excruciating pain when this happens. And she comes up. What?
You can see in the picture that the damage went all the way up to the passenger seat. So
yeah,
like on the outside, like the body, you could see that, like,
yeah, that's true.
What was it?
What was what?
Like, it's like a line.
Like no, it's crinkled. It just crinkles
just
that
dented.
way. Yeah. But yeah, so like all my pain is basically really right here, and that's kind of why I have to use these guys. But anyways, let's get back to the story. As soon as it happens, I'm like freaking out. I can't talk because I can't breathe, and my adrenaline is going so fast that like I literally can't do anything. She actually was fine. Not Haley, but the girl that actually hit us. She walks up to my window and was like, oh my gosh, are you guys okay? And I didn't want to say I was okay because I obviously wasn't, but I didn't want her to be worried like I was gonna die. But nothing came out of my mouth because I couldn't talk, and I felt really bad about that. But I mean, there's nothing I can do. I literally couldn't talk. It was a traumatic experience. And then the driver, Wes, was really pissed because I mean, she just hit his car. I mean, it's his car, you know. And but he wasn't too mean about it. I mean, he was upset because I mean the car is pretty much totaled. There's no question about that. But he was really sympathetic with the girl and everything. Yeah. And then yeah, the paramedics came. It didn't take long because we were in a small city. I think what, Litchfield, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or Pawleys Island is where we are, right?
Litchfield Beach.
Pawleys Island,
and
then it's Litchfield Beach. Yeah. Anyway, it's confusing, but we were only here for 30 minutes and we got our car on it.
Not even 30 minutes.
Not even, honestly, yeah.
Literally, I mean, because y'all left as soon as you got here.
Yeah. And then right after that, the paramedics got here like so quick, and they basically just were talking to me and like trying to get me out of the car. And finally they were able to like kind of pick me up, and I was able to like use one of my legs to get onto the gurney. and I got to ride in the ambulance, which was pretty dope. And I guess she'll tell you the rest of her point of view. But basically, apparently she got in the ambulance, which I had no idea because I never saw her at all until I literally was at the hospital and I got pulled out, and there Haley is. But yeah, and then I went in there, and I'll tell you guys the rest. I'll just let her start her story because that's kind of where my story ends, is where hers starts. But yeah, go tell like your side of the how everything happened and all that.
I'm trying to think like the first. So the first thing was I was unpacking your suitcase, my suitcase.
Yours.
Yeah, I was unpacking my suitcase, and then I hear Papa, my grandfather, got a call, and he was like kind of shocked, I guess. He was like, "Are you serious? Like, are you okay?" Blah blah. I was like, so I started eavesdropping because he was walking over to my mom, and I was like, and then I heard Alex is a little hurt, and I was like, wait, like what? I was just like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? And he went that y'all had got in a car accident right up the road by Bilo. It's the grocery store down here. And I was like, oh my gosh. So we were thinking it was something that was what like Wes was doing that was stupid. Because I mean,
yeah.
Reckless driving when he wants to. But so that's what we thought. And then so my mom and I hop in the car and drive up, and then so like out of the neighborhood there's a stoplight to turn either left or right. It's like it's a T. So y'all were left out of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And we saw like 2 cops like zooming by across or in front of us, and I was like, okay, well, can't be far because this just happened. I don't know. There was a lot of going through my mind. I don't know. But so yeah, we were at a red light and when they were going by. So then we turned and saw like it was super backed up. Like the traffic was super backed up. So we were trying to find where y'all were. But the traffic was so bad we couldn't even see any lights from an ambulance, fire truck, nothing. We couldn't see it. There were so many cars.
Amen.
So everybody started getting over to the left because y'all were on the right lane.
Yeah.
So my mom just went straight down the right lane, and we were like trying to dodge our way through. And then people started stopping in the right lane. So we pulled over in the grass and got out and like ran. So by that time when we pulled over, we could see where y'all were.
Yeah.
So we ran up, and what was funny, it's not really funny, but to me it was like, because at that time when we just got out of the car, I didn't think anything serious. Because I was still under the impression that Wes did something stupid. But when we were walking, first we started walking before we were running, like everybody in the left lane had their windows down and was like, I hope they're okay, I hope whoever it is okay, blah blah blah, like all that kind of stuff. And I was like, that just made it worse for me.
You should have told them to go subscribe. Go subscribe to Alex. Go
really not what was on my mind, Alex.
Hey guys, Alex got in wreck. Go subscribe.
But yeah, that just made it so much worse because I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm a part of who's in this wreck. Like, yeah. They just probably thought we were some weirdos trying to go see what was happening. But, so we started running, and I saw my mom's boyfriend, Wes. And I saw a bunch of just I guess the people that were involved in the wreck. But I didn't see Alex. And I was like freaking out. I was freaking out. And so I'm like, Mom, there's Wes. Where's Alex? Where's Alex? I don't see him. And like, I don't even think I checked the cars once. I don't think I ever looked at the car or the entire accident because I was so focused on you. So I was like, where's Alex? Where's Alex? So Wes and all the people were staying on the right side of the accident. And then I look over and you're getting pulled out of the car and put onto a stretcher, and I lost it. I completely, like, it was so bad. I shut down.
Big tears?
That was a word, like, I've never experienced something like that with him. Ever.
Well, yeah, I've never been in a car accident.
No, just something that was so, like, automatically in shock and, like, traumatic.
No, yeah, I understand. I mean, I would have been the same way if it was you.
Yeah, but so I saw him being put on a stretcher, and then I freaked out. I stopped running, and I just, like, broke down to the floor. My mom was like, he's okay, he'll be okay. So I kept walking. She got me to walk closer, and Wes ran up and was like, Alex is fine, they're just checking him out. But I mean, obviously the state I was in, I wasn't listening to them.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not hearing anything they're saying. I'm just worried about you, and you're being put on a stretcher, but Wes is fine.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't make sense. So then I was like, Mom, can I ride with them there? Because they were putting in the ambulance, and you didn't even, like, look at me. You couldn't.
Yeah, I never saw you at all.
I was right there. Like, they were wheeling me by.
I literally had no idea that you were there. And my, like, of what I thought about the wreck was that it was, like, a fender bender. I didn't even know it was that bad, to be honest with you. Like, what you guys are going to see at the end, we'll play, I'll show all the pictures that Wes and her mom took. But, like, in my opinion, whenever, like, obviously when it happened, I thought it was like she was going like 100 miles per hour when she hit me. But from being on the gurney and like going, I really just saw a broken tail light. That's it. But it was way, way, way worse than that. Just in case you guys don't believe me, I still have my hospital bracelet on. It's like really hard to take off, and I don't know, it's kind of crazy. The whole thing, just the fact that like we were here for only what 20 minutes, and I ended up having to go to the hospital for 6 or 7 hours. Like yeah, it was really crazy. Like I just didn't, like, it's just crazy. I mean, I think if anyone else has been in an accident like that, we've had to go to the hospital in the ambulance, it's like, it's just ridiculous. It's really crazy, just all the stuff.
It's the first time I've ever been in one. I didn't think he was gonna let me.
Yeah.
And it's not like the movies where you hop in the back.
Oh yeah.
I thought I was gonna be like hopping in the back, cause like, so after, that's where I left off, is when you were wheeling by and I was looking at you. I was trying to run up to you, and then I like saw all kinds of cops, and I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know how to do this. I don't know what I'm allowed to do. And then I went to, I was like, Mom, can I please ride with them there? And my mom got the attention of one of the firefighters, or the
ambulance people?
Yeah, ambulance guy, and was like, can she ride with him? And he was like, yeah, but you'll have to sit in the front. I was like, okay. So I hopped in the front, and oh my gosh, I was like, my feet were dangling, and there was this much room till the floor. And I was like, okay. I was like, okay, I mean, I'll just strap it and go. I mean, and he was like telling me his whole life story. And I was asking you if you could hear me, because at one point they opened up the window, the little tiny square window.
Oh yeah.
So the guy back there with you could talk to the driver. And the driver had just opened the door, and he asked me my name while the window was still open, and I was like, I'm Haley, I'm his girlfriend, and I figured you would hear me.
No,
I don't know. I was hoping you would hear me. It was just like a part of me that was hoping you would hear me and know that I'm there with you.
No, yeah, I had no idea. Literally, we got to the hospital, and they pulled me out off the stretcher, and I saw Haley. I was like, what are you? I was like,
he was like, how did you get here? I was like, I rode with you, and he was like, no, you didn't. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did in the front. She was in the front seat the whole time. I had no idea. I was like, oh, well, okay. And since the COVID-19 stuff and all the crap going on, basically she couldn't be in the room with me, so I had to be by myself for I couldn't be in the hospital.
The hospital, yeah. I was there for 6 hours, completely by myself. Like,
it was really, it was so, like, so I hopped out of the ambulance and watched them roll him out, and then when you like figured out I was with you, and then I was just standing there after they rolled you into the hospital, and I was like,
yeah, I felt bad.
I really don't know what to do.
And you didn't know how to phone, did you?
I didn't have my phone on me. That's a good detail.
And I didn't have, and she didn't know that I had my phone. So
Yeah,
like
I
they
didn't
send a
really have his
security
phone.
guard in to say, hey, well, call this number, and they send me a number, and like we're trying to find you a phone. I was like,
Oh yeah, so
buddy,
they
I
told
have
me
a
to go
phone.
around to the other exit, the other entrance, because I couldn't go in where you went in. And then I probably could walk 5 feet into the hospital and then had to be stopped and talked to. Like, they had it like the...
Quarantine off, they boarded off.
No,
The hospital nurses and stuff.
No, it's like strap. It's like poles and a strap. I don't know what it...
Caution tape?
No. Anyways, I mean...
But yeah,
So I had to talk to them, and I didn't have my phone on me, and they were like, well, the only thing we can do is see when he gets a chance to call someone. They were like, is anyone else coming? And I was like, I mean, yeah, my mom's probably still dealing with the wreck, but she'll be here eventually to get me, and whatever happens with you. Lo and behold, 2 hours later, I'm walking around outside of the hospital, right there outside the emergency entrance, just getting stared down because
Chilling.
I have nothing. I have no phone. I have no car. Yeah, so I gave them my mom's number because I knew she would have her phone on her. But then, did I ever tell you?
What?
A lady stopped by and saw me. She I think she was behind me when I went to go talk to the officer inside. And I think she was behind me and heard the whole thing. Like, I had to tell the whole story about it. Like, who you were and why I was there and nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, 30 minutes goes by. I'm standing outside waiting. I don't know what I'm waiting on, but...
Isn't it crazy that going backwards?
She pulls up in her minivan. She's like, would you like to use my phone to call your mother? And I was like, yes. I mean, like, I was so thankful. Like, I had nothing, and you can't go inside and use their phones because of the virus, and
Yeah.
they didn't offer, so obviously it's not allowed. So I was like, yes, that would be, like, great, thank you. And I called my mom, she didn't answer. And then I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, well, she's not answering, thank you anyways, blah, blah, blah. And then once my mom gets there, she's like, some lady called me. Or my mom called the number back. And she was like, yeah, your daughter's standing outside waiting, and I offered for her to call you, blah, blah, blah. So she's outside the emergency entrance. I was literally looking the whole time. I was like looking at the door to see if someone was coming out to tell me something about you. I was looking at the roundabout over there where the ambulance came in, see if my mom or my grandma were coming with their car. I was looking at the intersection. I could see through the trees for my mom's car or my grandma's car, and I was looking over here for the other entrance for the car. Literally, like, in a whatever you call it, like a pattern, I don't know, but
I feel
so
bad.
stressful.
Oh, I know. And then I called whenever, so I guess whenever they took me out of the ambulance, they brought me into the hospital, and they're like, yo, what's wrong? Da, da, da. Took my shirt off. Like I said, I told you guys in the other video I've been working out, but not enough. So I still have some, you know, belly fat. And I was like, damn, son. And then took my hat off. My hair wasn't, you know.
Probably
yo,
like it is
chill.
now. It moves so fast.
I know. Well, back is fine. It's my leg. But anyway, so, like, damn, dude, I'm like at my worst right now. I have my hair is all messed up. My stomach is, you know, fat and whatever. And then it's like a whole ordeal. And I want to do like I think at the end of the day, after everything was said and done, I got about 10 X-rays and
a CAT scan.
2 CAT scans.
One.
CAT,
You
one
only got
CAT,
one CAT scan.
one CAT scan, but a bunch of different things they were looking at when they did the one CAT scan. Basically, they were doing a CAT scan where they looked at from basically my neck down to make sure I didn't have any internal bleeding or anything like that. But yeah, so it ended up taking 6 hours. I ended up getting crutches and they released me. But they said, hey, you know, we don't see anything, but you gotta go to a orthopedic surgeon to see if you have a sprained, or not a sprained, but a fractured hip. Which is what I'm kind of thinking is happened. But it kind of sucks because I can't work on my car for a while, obviously, because I'm not even gonna, you know, bend over and do stuff. So I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna review you guys' car soon, which should have been yesterday, or well, what, 2 days ago? But you know, well, no, 1 day ago. But
this was all yesterday.
Yeah, but we got in the wreck, so... Well, I'm talking about for them. So it's 2 days for you, 1 day for us. And so... Okay, let it rain.
Oh.
But yeah, so we should have reviewed you guys' car. I know everybody sent their cars in to get reviewed, and we'll do that probably tomorrow. Or I film it tomorrow and upload it the next day, just because, you know, uploading videos isn't like the easiest thing, especially when we don't have good Wi-Fi. It takes like 2 hours, I think, to upload a video. But yeah, I just felt like it was a good thing to like kind of inform you guys. I know a lot of you guys were worried. You guys commented down in the video yesterday where, if you guys watched the whole video, you would have known what went down. But the last little snippet, I was like, hey, listen, you know, I got in an accident, we got hurt, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I appreciate all the love and support. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to be doing from here on out with the car. But I'm going to try my best to film videos. If it's not just some, you know, reviewing your guys' cars, maybe I'll make, you know, 2 videos out of that or something, or I don't know. I play Forza too, so maybe I'll vlog some Forza. I'll vlog some Forza clips. I don't know, probably not, but I'm not that good at Forza. But yeah, I thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, go subscribe, go like this video, go cop some Chills merch. I wish I could say you were wearing Chills merch, but she's wearing Haggard Garage stuff because when they I forget what car they had.
Racing.
Yeah, it's Haggard Garage. Forget they were giving away a car, so I bought some of their merch. I have a lot.
I love this shirt.
I think the only thing I have is Haggard Garage.
It's so soft.
But it's not. Nope, it's fine.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. But yeah, so I have Haggard Garage merch, and then Adam LZ, because, you know, he's OG. He's really what got me started in vlogging and cars and all that whole thing. But yeah, so go cop some Chills merch. And yeah, go subscribe and like this video, and kind of know where to go. I'm just gonna cheers to the week. I'm not sure if we're gonna vlog anything because I really can't really do anything. So if you have any video ideas, it is raining outside.
So
yeah, but if you guys have any video ideas that we can do that doesn't involve,
how am I supposed
you know,
to tan in the rain?
working on cars or like standing up for too long, let us know in the comments so that I can film them. I can do anything you want. And yeah, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.
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 Peace.